What's fear? I see fear as accumulated impressions, accumulation of the thoughts which we gather by observing the world, accumulation of past traumas, past experiences, which creating in our mind thought process, which create the fear at certain experiences and times, different fears. So we are afraid of something. We cannot perform some actions. We cannot do something. Fear is, for me, when I observe that, and I see many forms of that in me, a form of entity created inside as well. When we expanding, we pray, meditate, we fast, we expanding in this internal awareness energy inside, we are able to face more and more of those fears. Some of them are more dense and heavy, more scary. Sometimes life itself, like removing them fears from us, giving us experience, and we go through that, and it is like done through us. But further we go and wiser we become, we are like able to see areas of our life and people's lives when fear take leads, where fear is present. Then we may approach this with this internal shield and energy. That's the only way and possible. And when you approach the fear in somebody, fear in yourself, because this is manifesting in strange way, it's very difficult to know it is in you or in somebody, perhaps in both of you, and it manifesting and taking some forms or real forms, that illusion taking real forms, that threatening you in any way, threatening you verbally, threatening you by using some kind of form of conversation with you which meant to scare you. But when you look at this deeply, because this requires to awareness and you're looking at this without fear, because you went through life experiences over and over till you've been so disgusted, so tired from all of this and being beaten by those experiences, so you are able after a while face those. When you're facing them and you're looking at them calmly, you see it inventing different strategies, but it's not very wise, it's not very intelligent. It's not even knows rules of that word or what this word really manifesting. But it tried its tricks. And you may approach this with internal force, internal energy, with like force, with that energy is chucked on that, and that running away, that don't want to look at you anymore. When you know and you are aware of it, that you're facing now fear, you're facing something like Satan or egoic mind in somebody or in yourself, that thing cannot look into your eyes, cannot face your energy as well. And when you face this, it may be face a little forcefully or face even calmly if you have this kind of peace and calmness in you. But that kind of peace and calmness finish at some point of level and time, because you simply are so fed up from that stupidity which you see around. So when you face it, it cannot face you anymore. And when you face it completely, that area of life, that behavior may be erased, eradicated, cancelled. So suddenly you feel more peace in yourself. Suddenly you feel more peace around, and everyone around you feel that peace. And we got plenty of those fears inside. And those wisest ones saying the last one is fear of dying, fear of death. When you cross that barrier and think, you are finally free. But maybe life giving us tests of such a degree that in certain stages of our development, we have to face only certain levels of fears. And when you are very, very, very far on your way and development, way of life. Perhaps some of those beings facing fear of dying, like they have to go through that experience in order to face that, and not afraid. But it's all of it is like play of existence playing with us, existence giving us those experiences. Sometimes person may be so scared that he won't want to face those fears at all. He may lock himself in the room and not coming out, but it still will be put on him. Existence in a way that the way and law of existence will put that fear on that person, and that person may at some point of time drop all of those shackles because he won't be able to bear them, because this is very heavy stuff inside. We feel this in different parts of the body when we are afraid, when we're scared. It's like heavy dense energy. Eckhart Tolle called this pain body, but it is in all of that us, and it can be faced in two different ways. In natural way, when existence simply put that 100 tons on our heads and we have like no choice to surrender, or we may learn through life and slowly start facing them, get some wisdom, intelligence, and start acknowledging and recognizing those areas which are filled with this. Actually, they are in you. That's heavy dense energy is in you. That pain body is in you. And when we recognize those, we'll be able to face those in another. And when we do it in another, it will be faced like in ourselves. So later on, certain things stop bother us, not anymore causing trouble in our life. And we will have more peace, more love inside, more tranquility. That's this process looks like. So what kind of fears are presently in your life? It can be anything, actually anything. But some of them definitely have higher, denser energy. And like I said, some of them looks like entities, which is really illusion, but they are like living entities, like some kind of hellish things is behind them. But they really afraid that awareness, that godly spark and look, energy, transform energy. And that transform energy is increased when you're facing slowly those fears. It's you enlarging inside of your inner body with that energy. So you are able to understand more and more, have more wisdom, and you are able to face more. That's the process of recognizing your fears. Salam alaikum.